What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and today what we are going to do on this Sunday, it's going to be a Sunday throwback day. It's a dead time of year as a fan. I'm just a fan talking to you guys as fans. I'm no professional. I'm just out here doing my thing as a pathetic Jets fan. So I figured what better thing to do than to do the Buffalo Bills versus New York Jets 1981 wild card playoff game. Why not? It's the only time that the Jets and Bills have ever met in the playoffs. And coincidentally, the Miami Dolphins and Jets have only met once in the playoffs. Isn't that crazy? Only once in the AFC EAST. This is it. Only once. The Jets have met the Patriots 3 times in the playoffs, going 1-2. But at least the one win we did have was in 2010 when we went to New England and beat Tom Brady and the Patriots in New England. And yep, we didn't do anything after that. We lost in the championship game to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But as a Jet fan, that's like our Super Bowl, beating Tom Brady and the Patriots in New England. It's great and it's sad, all in the same sentence. So we were going to go back today. I love these kind of games. Back here in this game, this is when Chase Stadium and other stadiums across the country, mud, rain, jerseys dirty, jerseys torn, no real penalties for hitting the quarterback, mauling people, hitting the receiver before he got to 5 yards. This was like real. I know we all say real football. There is real football today, but this was just like backyard brawl. This was a great game. It didn't start out that way, but let's review it. It's just a throwback Sunday. We all miss football. The NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and baseball season's coming up, thank God, because after the Super Bowl, to those playoffs start and the baseball season starts, it's a dead time. I know March Madness is huge, and that Duke North Carolina game I watched, that was a great game. But you know what? The madness for me really is being a Jets fan, seeing all these positives going on in the offseason and all this stuff that the Jet fans buy into every single year. And every single year we are Charlie Brown, thinking we're really going to kick the football this time. That Lucy, who's the Jets organization, really, really makes us believe and buy in to that nonsense. And what happens? It's pulled out from under us. So as Jet fans, the circle of insanity is what? The definition of insanity is what? Round and round we go. It's the same thing. Every year we buy in now, the season starts, and we're trash again. Who knew? We all did, but we buy in anyway because that's what we do as diehard fans. We hope and pray that we're wrong for once. Anyway, let's get on to this. Bills Mafia, Jet fans, let's get into this Buffalo Bills Jets only playoff game in our entire history. Let's get into it.
For the New York Jets, Sunday had been a long time coming. Not since the 1969 season, when the Jets were generaled by Joe Namath, have New York's Green Berets engaged in playoff battle. In 1981, the Jets resembled that army of old by winning with passing and strong defense. But when they received the opening kickoff, Shea Stadium must have felt like...
Of course! Of course. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Guys, the game had just started, and you heard the announcer. The first playoff game for the Jets since 1969, all the way to 1981. See, the Jet fans don't just complain just to complain about nowadays. This has been going on forever. I've seen 4 great Jet playoffs, and maybe that landed in the AFC Championship game. Not maybe, they did. 82, 98, 09, and 10. And they were all losses. All 4 of them. I didn't see the Super Bowl. I wasn't alive for that. So over 4 decades as a Jet fan, this is what I've seen. 4 AFC Championship, all losses. Okay? This team here, the Jets had the New York sack exchange. Front 4 had 66.5 sacks. Joe Klecko, Mark Gastineau, Abdul Salam, Marty Lyons. 66.5 sacks. Just the front 4. 1982, they started recording sacks because of the New York Jets, New York sack exchange. You can look it up. I'm not being biased as a Jet fan. Anyway, I'm tailing off. Let's watch the Jets already try to blow this game right off the bat. Fumble.
But when they received the opening kickoff, Shea Stadium...
Boom! Fumble. Jets football, baby.
Buffalo's number 26, Charles Romes, converted a Bruce Harper fumble into a touchdown. And before 17 seconds...
17 seconds into the game, opening kickoff, New York Jets football.
Game domination led the Bills to a 31-0 romp over the Jets. But New York rebounded with 9 wins in their last 11 games. With Richard Todd throwing brilliantly in the clutch, the Jets hope for more of the same in the playoffs.
What are we looking at freaking linemen for? What's going on? Look at... The guy just complimented the Jets and Richard Todd after losing to Buffalo in the season 31-0. They went on to win 9 out of their next 11. And hopefully Richard Todd can take the Jets today and do that again. And what do they show him do? They throw him an interception right off the bat. Come on.
Unfortunately for Todd and the Jets, they faced a Buffalo defense that allowed the fewest passing yards in the AFC. By shuffling as many as 6 defensive backs into the lineup, Buffalo forced Todd to throw into difficult coverage. And number 28, Rufus Bess, came away with one of 2 Bills interceptions in the first half.
In the first half, that means there's more. 2 picks in the first half.
They're also a team that has succeeded behind their quarterback, as Buffalo's Joe Ferguson set a team record with 3,600 yards in 1981.
Joe Ferguson, there you go. That's a name. That's way back. Way back. I believe the running back was Joe Cribbs for you guys. Joe Cribbs, decent running back. Look at that. Richard Todd was the one, by the way, that had to make the tackle here because everybody else just, The Jets.
With the Bill defense affording him numerous possessions, Ferguson immediately took to the air.
Gotta love the music. Gotta love the music. Look at him. Wide open. Wide open. This is like the Buffalo Bills versus the Jets today.
12 of his first 15 tosses, and with speedsters like number 82 Frank Lewis in the lineup, short patterns can turn into 50-yard touchdowns. Lewis gave Buffalo their second touchdown by finding the seam in the
wide open
and then exploding by his competition.
Dude was wide open. I did a review of the Jets-Bills game recently. I did them both, and both times the Jets looked exactly today like they did then. Like then. This is the same game. This is the same game. Look, it's like the Jets have had the same playbook passed down through generations of Jet coaches and ownership and GMs. This is the Jets playbook. This is what we do. We fumble, we throw untimely picks, and we miss tackles, and we all look like a bunch of jackasses with no clue what's going on. Seems to be.
And turn into 50-yard touchdowns.
Look at this guy.
Lewis gave Buffalo
all day to throw.
Touchdown by finding the
and
team in the
wide open. Now look at him. Full sprint, and look at him. Nobody can run on the team.
Ferguson consistently aiming for the veteran Lewis, whose 11 pro years equals the experience compiled by the starting Jet secondary. Like the Bills, the Jets threw to their speedy receiver, Wesley Walker.
Wesley Walker was great.
Plan quickly crashed to earth.
Oh. You guys notice the narrator on this? The narrator of this? Every time he talks about the Jets and what they're hoping to do, what they can do, and the Jets are going to go to their speedy receivers, Wesley Walker, and Wesley Walker was a great receiver for the Jets. He was. That was just, and then it's like they drop balls, they fumble, they get thrown interceptions. The narrator's setting us up like no tomorrow, man. Look at that. How horrible was that? Listen to the announcer though. Say the Jets are hoping to do the same, and a great receiver, speedy Wesley Walker, and they set up for what?
Like the Bills, the Jets threw to their speedy receiver, Wesley Walker. But that lofty plan quickly crashed to earth.
How did he drop that?
Drop pass denied the Jets a scoring opportunity. And Jet misfortune also arose on defense. Number 99, Mark Gastineau, is a major stockholder in the New York
Mark Gastineau was great also, but I'm getting a little leery of saying someone's great before they do a bonehead move.
Gastineau did manage to get to Ferguson, but instead of falling on top of the ball, Gastineau unwisely tried to take the ball on the run.
Instead of falling on it, he tried to take it on the run. I think we already know where this is going. Come on. What are you kicking 50 yards down the field? Well, come on. And he doesn't even try to fall on it there either.
Squandered away opportunities. Meanwhile, the Bills simply moved along, singing that cheery refrain.
Of course.
To Lewis.
They're going to pay for that now. Of course. And they pay for it right away. They pay for it right away.
Lewis grabbed 7 passes for 158 yards, and his second touchdown boosted the Bills to a shocking 24-0 lead by the middle of the second quarter.
24-0 Bills by the middle of the second quarter. This sounds exactly like textbook Jets football. This is 1981. We're doing that today. If you look up my other reviews of Jets-Bills games from this season, this is a carbon copy of this game. Carbon copy to this point.
Fans feared a blowout, but those skeptics showed little faith in the comeback spirit that got New York to the playoffs.
Comeback spirit.
Reserve tight end Mickey Schuler came in.
That was a good catch and pass.
And Schuler's first catch of the season put the Jets on the scoreboard.
That was our tight end's first catch of the season, Mickey Schuler. That was his first catch of the season. And it was a damn good one.
With Richard Todd drawing in the Bills secondary with a pump fake, Schuler beat single coverage.
Boom, another nice catch. Look at that. Beautiful.
His touchdown made the score 24-7 with 2 minutes left in the first half. But instead of running out the clock, Buffalo elected to try for another score. A decision Jet linebacker Greg Buttle made regrettable.
Who's he throwing to? Who's he throwing to? Joe Ferguson looks like maybe he's doing a Jet quarterback impression, because that's what Jet quarterbacks do. They throw in the middle of nowhere, and having the only person there is the guy on the other team.
Jet linebacker Greg
Buttle. Boom! There wasn't even a Buffalo receiver there. Wow, that was a Jets play.
Buttle's interception brought the ball to the Buffalo 16 and gave the Jets an opportunity to get back into contention. The Jet offense was stonewalled on the next 2 plays.
Of course they were.
On third down, Todd again tested the Bills with his reserve tight end.
Couldn't catch that one, though.
Inches off the mark, and the Jets were forced to settle for a field goal. New York went into halftime trailing by 2 touchdowns. But with 30 minutes and playoff elimination left in the balance, the Jets were in need of their greatest comeback in this comeback season.
You gotta love the music from NFL films. You gotta love the music. It's so awesome. It brings you, if you're from the era, it brings you into that era, into that time. It's just so amazing and fun. This is just fun. I love it. It gets you engaged in this, man. It makes you think back to those days of old school football. And look at these guys, man. They're full of mud and dirt. You don't see that anymore today. You don't see it. All right, let's get on to the second half. Let's get on to the build-up.
For the first half,
nice transition to music.
Ferguson's 211 yards passing had taken advantage of 3 Jet turnovers and built a 14-point.
3 Jet turnovers, right? Building a 14-point lead for the Bills. That's Jets football, baby. Jets football. That's how we do it. That's how we always do it.
Point Buffalo lead. The obvious strategy: stick with what you do best. Put the ball in the air. But an aroused New York pass rush turned the turnover tables the Jets' way.
Love that music.
Ferguson succumbed to the pressure and delivered a belated Christmas gift to Jet cornerback Donald Dykes, number 20.
Donald Dykes. Wow, that's a name. Wow. That is old. Donald Dykes. That was a bad throw, too. I'm surprised the Jets never picked up Joe Ferguson. He sure knows the Jets playbook, throwing picks. Oh, you can't beat that music.
It was Dykes' only interception of the year, but one of 3 interceptions Joe Ferguson threw in the second.
Wow, Ferguson threw 3 picks in the second half. Look at that helmet and face mask. I don't think that's
Nevertheless,
legal
number 12
now.
insisted on throwing the ball and became a victim of the Jets' only second-half sack by Joe Klecko, number 73.
Joe Klecko is incredible, man. That was offsides. That was offsides. No one called it, right? That was encroachment right there.
Number 73.
Look at 93, Marty Lyons. Whoop! Offsides.
It was the New York Sack Exchange's final transaction of the season. New York held Buffalo scoreless in the third period while scoring 3 points of their own.
Yeah.
But when the Bills got the ball back in the final
Joe Cribbs. Isn't that Joe Cribbs?
Game on hold and went wide right with running back Joe Cribbs, number 20.
Joe Cribbs, I remember him. Look at him. Everybody on the Jets defense is blocked. Textbook play. That play, look at this. And even from the angle we're looking at it, you know how they draw it on the board? XO, XO, you guys block here, ball's going to go here, and you guys are going to run this way and this and up here, and it's, like you want it to work out perfectly. That's exactly how it worked out. You couldn't draw it up any better than that. That's incredible. Look, watch. I'm not lying. Watch.
Points of their own.
Look.
But when the Bills got the ball back in the final quarter, they put the passing game on hold and went wide right with running back Joe.
It's a wall of blockers. Look, nobody can do anything. Look, cut that corner, blocked. There's the linebacker, blocked. Blocked. Look at this, man. Arm tackles aren't going to work. Can't get over the music. The music is freaking hilarious. He is out. That play, he damn near went untouched. He damn near went untouched. Up until that.
Cribbs used his speed to get outside.
Yep.
Then won the 45-yard dash to the goal line to stretch the Bills.
There it is.
31-13.
Yeah.
When many
I like the angry we just got burnt push long after he was out of the end zone. There was no flag. No flag. He just shoved him anyway. Look how deep in the end zone he is, and he just shoves him anyway. Darrell Ray. That was Darrell Ray.
To the parking lot, they
Jerry Holmes. Wow.
Shaped up as one of the great comebacks in playoff history.
The play there, when you honestly though, teams to beat the Jets, that Jets team with that front four, the sack exchange, you had to run around the outsides. You didn't go up the middle. You had to cut the corners, man, because they were just too strong up the middles, and you ran away from them as best you could. So. And when you run around the corners, obviously we see you don't get touched till you are in the back of the end zone, and then we angrily touch you and shove you. Jets football, baby.
In the final 10 minutes, the Jets reeled off 30 plays to the Bills' 7. One from Richard Todd to Bobby Jones, number 89.
Love that music. Beautiful.
30-yard touchdown pass cut the Buffalo lead to 31-20 with 7 minutes remaining. New York scored quickly on their next possession. Instrumental in the drive, tight end Mickey Schuler, number 82.
Mickey Schuler again. Wow. We're seeing a whole lot of Mickey Schuler this game. As I mentioned before, he had his first catch of the season was that touchdown catch he had earlier. Wesley Walker, who is their best receiver, and probably their greatest receiver of the 80s, next to, later on they got Al Toon. But if you look at Wesley Walker, he didn't drop balls like that. He must have really been shut down, and no one accounted for Mickey Schuler, right? So this guy's catching a lot of balls. It's pretty impressive.
It was Schuler's best day as a pro. 6 catches for 116 yards.
There it is.
The Jets covered 52 yards in 8 plays. And a 1-yard score by Kevin Long closed the gap to 31-27.
I got to say, guys, this is just offhand. I like that Jets helmet. That's the best Jets helmet, not the one they have now. That's the best Jets helmet right there. That's all I got on that.
When the Jet defense again forced the Bills to punt, Todd's offense took over for their final drive. On 9 consecutive pass plays, the Jets drove to the Buffalo 27 when it appeared the game was over.
Of course he did. Of course he did. See, this whole thing breaks down to Jets football. We have it. We go down. Now, what they didn't mention in this game was Pat Leahy, our field goal kicker, missed an important extra point during the game, which would have put us within 3, which would have put us here. So all we had to do was kick a field goal. No, Jets drive all the way down. That's not how we do it. That's not how we do it. Not then, not in between, and not now. That's not how we do it. That's not Jets football. Jets football is this. Get right down to the 11-yard line, have to score a touchdown, and throw an unbelievably bad pick across the middle. That's what we do. I'm telling you, the Jets playbook is handed down from generation to generation. It has to be followed to the T. This looks exactly like Jets football today, minus the playoffs.
When the Jet defense again forced the Bills to punt, Todd's offense took over for their final drive. On 9 consecutive pass plays, the Jets drove to the Buffalo 27 when it appeared the game was over.
Look at how bad. Like, you didn't see the safety there. Come on.
Strong safety.
9 consecutive passes were completed up till then.
Steve Freeman, number 22, was nullified by a holding penalty against the Bills, and the Jets were given another life.
Give it another life. Did I jump the gun? I jumped the gun. I said it too soon.
11 seconds remain when Richard Todd dropped back to throw his last pass of 1981.
So I thought that ended the game. So Buffalo's going to give the Jets another chance to blow it. Okay, good. So you guys had holding on the play? No problem, Buffalo. No problem. All right? We got you covered. That interception was even worse. It was even worse. Wasn't it the same guy? Let's see if that's Freeman. I can't tell. Who cares? How awful. How awful is that? We throw a pick when we need a touchdown. Buffalo is holding on to play, so we get the ball back. We get another chance. And the Jets say, no, that's not right. We got to get Buffalo the ball back. So Richard Todd suited up for the Buffalo Bills and threw another pick, a bad one, even worse one, right across the middle. Like he didn't learn his lesson on the very last play. He did it again. He did it again. Back-to-back picks across the middle. Jets football, baby. Jets football.
Safety Bill Simpson made the big play when it had to be made, putting an end to the Jets' astonishing fourth quarter surge. Buffalo 31, New York 27.
That was fun. That was fun. That was actually an excellent game. Wasn't it fun to go back in time and watch these old school games? I mean, the Jets lost 31-27 after being down 24-0 halfway through the second quarter. But if you see over the course of time, when people say, how did teams stay bad? How did they just stay bad for so long? I don't know. I swear, I make jokes about it, but I swear the playbook is passed down from generation to generation. You change coaches, you change players, you change all these things, and yet the same results always happen. Look at that playoff game. Can any one of you say that's not what the Jets do right now today, besides making the playoffs? Because we haven't done that since 2010. So it is so funny, the similarities that happen. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. I hope you enjoyed this today. I did. It's a Throwback Sunday. I'm going to start doing Throwback Sundays on a lot of different things when it comes to the Jets. I'm even going to do some Bills stuff as well, because the Bills Mafia, I do shout out to y'all. You guys have supported my channel a lot. You really have. You really supported my channel a lot in many different ways, so I love a lot of you guys, man, I do, and your comments have been incredible. Jet fans, come on now, you guys can bring me some love too. You know, a lot of Jet fans are angry like myself. Some Jet fans actually think I'm too angry and negative all the time. I got 4 decades into this dumpster fire, okay? I've been lied to, bullshitted forever about how things are going to get better and how this guy's the next franchise guy and Darnold's the next franchise guy and Geno Smith and Mark Sanchez and now Zach Wilson. We haven't drafted a real decent quarterback who looked great at times since Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was the last decent quarterback we've had, and I like Chad Pennington. I had no problem with him at all. The Jets made playoff games then. We had Herman Edwards as coach. You play to win the game, right? I mean, we had a decent team then. Curtis Martin was our running back. I mean, Chad Pennington was a solid quarterback, and due to shoulder injuries, man, it ended his career. Since then, man, it's been a clown show. It's been an absolute clown show. Think about this. Bills fans, you can relate. Ryan Fitzpatrick has really been our best quarterback since then. Ryan Fitzpatrick. We won 10-6 that year and missed the playoffs because we lost to what? The Buffalo Bills in the last game of the year against that buffoon Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan, thank you for the 09 and 10 AFC Championship games. Thank you. But that's what we lost to. We were 10-6. All we had to do was beat the Buffalo Bills, who were pretty much like the Jets are now. We couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So our playoff history, Bills fans, Jets fans, our playoff history is just this. This is what we had, but it was a great one, even though my Jets lost. That was a great game, a great comeback. Thanks again for coming into the basement with me, Johnny Basement, a fan speaking to fans. This channel is as much yours as it is mine. Please hit the subscribe button. Please leave your comments below. I'll leave a link in the bottom below for this as well. Thanks again. I'm Johnny Basement, and I am out.